talking marriage, talking divorce, talking about the married single mom phenomenon, let's talk about this Tom Brady and Gisele divorce. Now, they did get divorced back in 2022, and it was high profile enough. But this is a relevant conversation because we talk about things like these men acting like they were blindsided, or whenever a woman brings up a situation, it's nagging. He did an interview back in 2020 with Howard Stern, where he was speaking on the fact that Giselle said during off season, can you check in? Can you do dad stuff? And he just would not do it. And that's one of the breakdowns of their relationship. A lot of times, obviously, people are not a Tom Brady, but on a smaller scale, this is what is going on. Women are doing this whole married single mother phenomenon. And after a while, they're just like, I might as well completely do it on their own. So go ahead and give this audio a listen and let me know what you think about this and tell me how relatable this really is. Go ahead and give it a listen.
A couple of years ago, we had, she didn't feel like I was doing my part for the family, and she felt like I would play football all season and she would take care of the house. And then all of a sudden when the season would end, I'd be like, great, let me get into all my other business activities. Let me get into, my football training. And she's sitting there going, well, when are you going to do things for the house? When are you going to take the kids to school and do that? Right. And that was a big part of our marriage that I had to check myself, because she's like, I have goals and dreams too. It's just not to, do these things either. So you better start, taking care of things at the house. So 2 years ago, as it related to even football for me, I had to make a big transition in my life to say, I can't do all the things that I wanted to do for football like I used to. I need, I got to take care of things in my family, because my family the situation wasn't great. She wasn't satisfied with our marriage. So I needed to make a change in that. Well, her point was, well, yeah, of course this works for you. It all works for you.
Right.
But it doesn't work for me. Because you can get caught up in your life where you think a relationship is great because it only works for you. And the point of a relationship, it has to work for both. But a lot of, you better work on both.
So on my page, we talk about relationships. We talk about women opting not to get married. We've talked about 4B, and we've talked about the tolerable level of permanent unhappiness, and that women are getting past that point. They're not sticking to stay. They're not accepting different behavior simply to say that they have a man. Well, one of my subscribers sent me this post and several of the screenshots with the woman's answer. The question says, divorced women, when did you realize it was time to pack and leave? Advise women who are struggling to leave toxic and abusive marriages. It could be anything. Okay, so then we get all of these answers. Basola says that pain of you making a wrong choice at a young age. Then you lost your self-esteem at a tender age. No peace of mind. The only thing that brings a smile to your face is your children. For me, I say this all the time. I do not think that young women should be getting married. I simply do not. I think that you need a chance to learn yourself, learn what you really want out of life, and then make a decision that reflects what you really want in life. And you need some life experience to get to that point. Colette says, I didn't. He left me. I found out 3 months later he had a baby with another woman and they were playing happy family. I cried for 2 years and questioned my worth. But now I'm glad that he left. It's okay now. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like we push women to get married. This is the end all be all. But we don't put as much pressure on these men to stick and stay and be the dutiful wife, and the dutiful husband. I'm sorry. That they can just come and go. They can just discard the woman, just put her out, and then put a whole nother woman in place of her when they feel like it. Lean says, when I looked at him and felt like vomiting after he slept with my best friend under my roof, divorced him and never looked back. Some women are not accepting cheating anymore. It's just just not happening. I mean, I know that some women will stick it out and, whatever excuses they make for themselves. But cheating is not just something that happens, it is a series of deception and lies to get to that point. So I'm glad that women are saying that that is their red line. Queen Bee says, after 30 years of crying, begging for love, loyalty, and honesty, competing with girls younger than me, I just could not do it anymore. I was physically and emotionally drained. This is where we've been talking about women getting a backbone, getting some level of self preservation, some survival skills. Do not let a person drag you down physically and emotionally. Why? You deserve happiness. You deserve to pour into yourself too. So if a relationship is grinding you down to the nub, it's time to bounce. This person, Getty, says, when his girlfriend told me he loves her more than me, my sanity is important. I have kids and they need one parent who isn't crazy. Yeah, if your husband has a girlfriend, that's a good reason to bounce. This is a good one. Victoria says, my son was asked in school to describe his mom in one word. He said angry. I was always angry. I decided my kids can't experience me like that. Brown says, mine is not toxic or abusive. I'm just exhausted from carrying more load. That is true. And we talk about that as well, where women are going to work, but then they are still coming home and doing the majority of the child rearing, the chores, and all of that. And it does get tiresome. Whew. This person says, when I did not want to go home after work, I felt like I was a prisoner in my own home. This is a good one. Hardy Cleaning Services says, when he left me for 7 months, all of my pimples and acne vanished. This is important. Stress can really do a number on your body. Sometimes a bad relationship can really jack you up. This is one of the reasons why some of these autoimmune diseases happen when you are in stressful relationships. That's the reason why weight gain can happen if you're in stressful or toxic relationships, because it really can impact your body. So this was a good one. This is not all of the comments. Obviously, there were quite a few. And this is on a page called feminine.com, and it's a Nigerian post, a Nigerian page. So let me know what you think of all of these and weigh in. Have you gotten divorced? What do you think? What are some of the reasons why you just up and left? And what advice would you give some women who are struggling, just kind of contemplating leaving? Go ahead and weigh in.